Howdy, howdy, ho, folks.
Ho.
Welcome back to the Brinx and Hearse podcast. My name is Ryan McNeil.
Michael Frieri.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, where are we? Tell the people where we are, Mike.
Well, we ain't in the pod suite. We ain't on Zoom. We ain't in the amphitheater.
No, we are not.
Where else have we been?
So I believe the first episode we did, we were in our sophomore year dorm.
Ah, yeah.
We were sitting in a...
I don't think we ever video recorded that, though.
No, those were not video recorded.
That was audio.
That was just a couple episodes, I think, were like that. And then junior year dorm, we did as well. A couple episodes just sitting in those chairs, like the end of year one. And then pod suites. And then in that one classroom. I think that was the last episodes, though, correct?
Yeah.
In the classroom there? And then obviously all the Zoom episodes in between.
Yes, the last one was in the theater, I don't know what you want to call that.
Yeah.
The lecture hall.
But now we're in a very, very special location today. At a dream fulfilled here for Mikey.
Yeah. This is all, like, ever since Gravy Talk, for those who've been around.
The OGs.
Who still's watching. You know, to the negative viewers out there that are so excited for this next batch of episodes after it's been so long. For those of you who still watch and watched Gravy Talk, this has always been a dream of mine, like to have an outside episode, like say like end of the school year, like we would come outside and just like, you know, do an episode instead out here. I feel like it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it to you once, I remember, and you liked the idea.
Yeah.
And now you came down here and we had some episodes of mine, so it's like, why not? And we like waited for the perfect time for the sun to just get a little low, so that the house is blocking the sun, so
getting good shadows,
so it's not very harsh.
Yeah.
Got the pool in the back.
Yeah, good vibe. The pool, which we took a dip in just today.
This is called the GVO. Good vibes only.
Yeah, good vibes only over here, folks. Good vibes only over here. And today it's what's the current date today? August 20.
Today's the 23rd,
22nd. Today is August 22nd.
I'm living in the future right now.
Yes. August 22nd, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to give you a little catch-up on the Brinx Nurse Challenge.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't remember, 52 movie categories. You got to watch 52 movies that you've never seen before that fit the categories by the end of the year. We are coming in on the last third of the year here. You know, the busiest third of the year, in my opinion, as well. September through December.
Because all like 2025 movies come out around here. You know, early in the year.
That's the thing too.
Slow.
Yeah. January through March, and all that really gets released.
So like I still try to make sure I'm watching those movies because I want an in-depth look for the end of the year episode.
Yeah.
You know, I know you chintz out a little bit on the 2025 movies, but
wow.
You do, dude.
Last year I definitely did.
I mean, I'm definitely slower than I was in 2024 this year.
Okay.
Just because I think I've seen. I know we're going off topic here. I saw, I think, 2 movies in theaters.
This year or last year?
Yeah, this year, which was Sinners and Superman.
Oh, okay. This year, I'm not sure if I've seen a movie in theaters this year, actually. Oh, no, wait, I did. I saw a documentary in theaters this year. That honestly may have been it, just off the top of my head, looking at this right here. Mission Impossible, which I'll talk about in a little bit. That I saw in the theaters, but truly, I think that's it in terms of in theaters for me this year. Yeah. It's a theatrical experience right there. That's theatrical experience to go see a Mission Impossible film. Anything by big time Tom Cruise. You're not into either of those things.
No, I'm not.
Mission Impossible or Tom Cruise.
I tried watching them, but I kind of fell off.
It's fair enough. So, shall we start with we left off sometime in April. So, shall we go month by month? Let people know what we watched April through the present day?
Yeah.
And I believe we're both currently sitting at around halfway. Is that correct in terms of the challenge? My last film I watched nodded me at number 27.
I'm at 20. Hold on.
Because I feel like I remember you telling me you definitely hit 26. You definitely hit halfway.
I just hit 26 last night.
Okay.
But I think I'm like on that later because I remember there was a couple movies here that I did talk about in April. Like I remember I talked about The Prince of Egypt. I talked about Dazed and Confused. I don't think I talked about Sinners. Did we talk about Sinners?
I don't think we have talked about Sinners. That was
If not,
should we dive into it?
Yeah.
That was the most recent film that I have here on the challenge. There, I'd watched that on August 15th. Gave it a 4-star.
I gave it a 4.5. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give no spoilers.
We can give spoilers
for the end of the year review.
But
this is sitting at the top of my list so far.
I would second the motion.
My list is light, and just later in the year, more things hop on streaming. I obviously watch more things. So things are gonna build up. Is there gonna be an illustrious 5 stars? Maybe, but right now we got a 4.5 of Sinner sitting there.
Yeah, I give it a 4. It's probably the top of my 2025 right now as well. It has that good thing though, where I watched it and I said to myself, like I could watch that again right now. You know,
Yeah.
I could watch that the very next day and still have a great time with it. Notice different things in it, you know, and it's just one of those movies where, like, it has darkness to it and depth, but it's still a fun movie.
It was so good, like, but like I think the vampire stuff is very fun.
Yeah.
Like it's like even like the dark stuff is like really like just like the music hitting the main vampire like flying down.
Yes.
To him.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
There's the dark aspects to it, and the movie has depth, and the whole allegory is great, and it's a very good message in all of it. But at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of great, just fun action sequences that anybody can enjoy. Like, you don't need to think about it that deep to enjoy the movie. But the more you think about it, the movie does get better.
Yeah. It's an onion movie.
It is an onion movie. So many layers in this film. And Michael B. Jordan was fantastic in this, and as both.
Oh yeah, and like both twins had like their own personality, and
It was the perfect balance. I was talking about this with one of my coworkers, where I said, like, they made them different, but they didn't make them too different. Because I feel like a lot of times if like there's two people playing the same character or that kind of brotherly dynamic, they either make them the exact same person or they make them polar opposites.
Yeah.
And this was a good kind of, like, you can see they're boys, like, but they're not like the same exact thing.
they had their own like different tendencies.
Yes, you knew who was who when they cut back to him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sinners was great. All the performances were great. Effects were good. Ryan Coogler's just, man, Ryan Coogler.
Music. I watched this on IMAX personally.
Did you?
I did.
Man.
So like the scene, I don't know what the difference is between watching an IMAX and watching like on a regular screen.
I watched it on HBO Max.
But like it will jump here and there where it'll take part like the whole screen up.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I noticed that. It was like, I forget how long it took, but it was like when a pivotal moment when they're in the what do they call it, the juke joint?
He's singing.
Yeah, and at that point, I
You
think
see like all the ancestors and stuff, right?
Yeah, it might be that sequence where you see the aspect ratio change.
Yes, and it pans to the sky.
Yes, and
Yes,
then
that's
only at the
exactly what I'm
very end, it's like towards the end, it like goes back. I think when they go back to the daytime after the whole night happens, they go back to that aspect ratio.
And there's a lot of like really cool, like, not Easter eggs, but like little, like hints at what happened. Like Smoke, I think, he like alluded to the fact that he can see into the future.
Yes.
And like just these like little nods.
Yeah.
To like keep theories going and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was like a big debate about, you know, I forget what the main character's name is.
I don't remember.
But like turning to music, is that like him turning to the devil? Is he like my theory? People think that he turned to the devil in the end. Because he kept playing music as he went on. My theory was like he went back, and the last scene he goes back to the church. My theory was like he, you know, the music, like his guitar protected him in the end. You know, because the silver. Had, killed the guy, and he found like a safety in that, and be like, this is, you know, where my future is. It'll protect me. But I think he's also making amends with like the religion, and like saying, I know you say like it's black and white. Either I play music, or it's either I'm a sinner playing music, or I'm devout and faithful. But I think he's saying I'm gonna do my own way, like God. Yeah. He also prays like at the end. He says,
yes.
That scene's great.
Yeah.
When the vampire starts saying the Our Father. That shook me.
Yeah.
That shook me for some reason. Like he's saying, like, I think he's finding the middle ground. Like, it's my gift.
Yeah.
I have my faith in God. I don't think it should be black and white.
I think the best scene in the movie for me is probably like that little epilogue that happens at the end, where you see him in the 90s, like playing, and then Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld walk in.
I actually didn't even know that happened until
I was watching it, and I let it run, and like because some of the credits started going, and then that scene started, and I was like, oh, I bet a lot of people left.
Because I didn't, that shit's from Marvel movies.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, like
I didn't stay.
it was. Yeah, it wasn't like a full credits, but it was enough for where I understand if people got up and left.
Yeah, I just saw it on TikTok after the
Oh, okay, yeah. And that whole sequence I think is great, and it has a great dynamic of like there's respect kind of still between Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld's characters at that point are vampires, and they're going to him saying like, hey, we'll give you this opportunity. And they're not malicious in their intent or whatever. They're just letting him know. And so after seeing him after whatever would have been 70 years at that point, and just kind of his acceptance of like, no, I'm fine. I'm chilling where I am. And the kind of I thought that whole and Buddy Guy, who's a real fantastic blues musician, was fantastic in that role at the very end. But I mean, Sinner's is great. It was fantastic. I mean, I think it's going to get better at every watch, honestly.
That was part of your challenge. There's a mosquito just jumping around on me. That wasn't your challenge, right?
Yes, yeah, that was on the original challenge. Yeah, I will also say him playing the two characters at the same time. I don't know if I've seen it done this well, where I see him like hand things to each other, and there's camera movements moving around them,
they're
like
hitting, this cigarette, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
In the beginning, that was really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember like Ryan Coogler saying like that was like the hardest thing or either him or Michael B. Jordan saying that's the hardest thing for them to do because they had to like keep doing it and it had to be perfect.
Yeah.
Where he put his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw something about like it's like the camera was like on, like the camera's basically on a track and it was all completely automated so it was the same shot every single time, so it allowed them to go in and out and do different things and just replace because it was the same exact framing every time.
Yeah.
But it was it's a fantastic movie. It has like layers, man. It's an onion movie.
Highly recommend that one.
Do highly recommend. That was you watched that one in April?
That was my watch a movie released in 2025.
Oh, okay. I believe that was my watch a vampire movie.
Mine was Nosferatu.
I think Nosferatu was my watch movie in 2025. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah.
No, Nosferatu was 2024.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did I use that in the challenge this year? I thought I did.
That was that was both of our worst movies of 2024.
Watch a remake.
Watch
a remake. That's what that one was. All right. Anyway. All right. I'll go. I'll throw out a movie I watched in April.
Here you go. There's a bug spray over here.
Okay. You grab some bug spray. I'll talk to the people here. There was a picture, a little bit of music. Me and Mikey were listening to just a little bit earlier, spinning some vinyl. We were spinning the best of the Doors. And I watched Oliver Stone's 1991 The Doors biopic, in which, as people always say, Val Kilmer plays Jim Morrison. And that's the highlight of the movie. It's a very 90s depiction of the 60s, I will say, where just no one has jobs. It's just anarchy practically. And the performance is definitely what's carrying the movie through. And just making Jim Morrison this enigmatic, almost messianic figure in a way for the purposes of the film, not in terms of the purposes of life and the music. But it's a fun movie, I don't think it's did anything crazy, didn't do anything great. Val Kilmer's definitely what you came there to see. One problem with it is it's definitely too long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, and a lot of music biopics earn a runtime like that. I'm not sure if this one earned it for a band that was around for about 3 years, I'll say. But, I'm a big Doors fan. Played a lot of Doors music in the film, obviously, so I had a good time with it. It's not a movie I feel like I'll be revisiting anytime soon. But yes, that's what I have to say about 1991's The Doors. All good performances, good art direction, I'll say that. Oliver Stone's obviously a very good director. So, I watched that movie in April. Mikey, how about you?
I did. What category was that for?
That was watch a biopic.
I knocked out my Studio Ghibli requirement.
Ooh, I've yet to get there.
I've seen a good amount of Studio Ghiblis before this. Obviously, they have a decent sized filmography. So I did Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. This is like an old one. It was 1984, and it takes on a lot of the themes that Studio Ghibli covers, like war, environmental awareness, and this one isn't very colorful like a lot of Studio Ghiblis, which I think I like it for that.
Is it more? Obviously Studio Ghibli, it's kind of a blurry line if it's made for kids or not. Is this one even more so, not so made for kids? Would you say?
Yeah, it actually does get kind of gory.
Oh, okay.
For those who have seen Studio Ghibli, it's very close to A Princess Mononoke than anything else. also like a very dark, more serious movie. But yeah, it was super cool. You know, and hold on. And like Miyazaki, he's very obsessed with airplanes. A lot of his movies showcase airplanes and flight, and like there's like these very like cool motherships, and it's just a cool little story. It's clearly not even just in like the production. It's obviously like in production wise, it's an early Studio Ghibli, but there's a lot of ideas that you can see are baked a little more in further movies. But it's a good like groundwork.
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli.
Interesting. Okay. It's this when I fulfill this you know, part of the challenge to watch a Studio Ghibli film, it will be the first Studio Ghibli film I watch, I believe.
Do you know which one you have?
I believe I'm looking at Howl's Moving Castle to watch. That's appears okay. Interesting. Oh well, wait. Was Spirited Away a?
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that. So I have seen one Studio Ghibli film.
Okay.
Well, are you a subbed or dubbed guy?
I mean, I do watch a lot of anime. Not as much as I used to, but then I would always say subbed. Because it almost gets to the point where like these shows, like, I don't know if it sounds cringy to Japanese audiences because they're listening to their native language, but like for us, the dubs can be very, very cringy.
I agree.
However, Studio Ghibli's dubs are second to none. So Studio Ghibli's, I'm a dub.
That was my my story with when I watched Spirited Away. It was said I think it was on HBO Max. It was you have the option of subtitles or listening to the dubbed version, and I was like, I had that same thing. I was like, well, it's their language, you know. I don't want to listen to someone dub it over, and who knows how good the American dub is. So I did it with subtitles, and then after the fact, all I hear is about how good the dubbed version of Spirited Away is, and it was the same voice actors who did Lilo and Stitch and all this stuff, and how it's fantastic. And I was like, well, I guess next time I'll go dubbed.
Yeah, there's a lot of like famous people that do it.
Yes,
I think Disney does the dubbing.
I believe they had the partnership. Then maybe still do. I do not know.
Like Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah,
is in a lot of them.
Nice.
Christian Bale is in Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, okay.
He's also in The Boy and the Heron. Robert Pattinson was in Boy. You know, like.
Okay, yeah.
It's a very prestigious dub.
Yeah, that's a very modern way to, you know, instead of just saying, oh, dub the film for the American audience, it's like, well, no, let's give it an American life. Make it, you know, give it to an American audience with American stars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, very multi-marketing campaigns. It's not what that means, but
campaigns.
Anyway, now we move on to, I'm still in April. I still got one more April, buddy.
I'm out of apes.
I got one April left. I watched a film called The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming. Came out in 1966.
Which one was this for?
Watch a movie where the lead actor is dead. This was one of the lazier categories that I came up with.
Why did you land on this movie? What is it?
I just felt like watching it. So, the lead actor is Alan Arkin, who is dead.
Never heard of that guy.
He was in Argo. He was in Little Miss Sunshine. You've seen him and stuff, I bet.
Oh, he's like that old guy.
He's the old man. He had a great renaissance
he's
of.
That old guy.
Yes, he's that old guy. He used to be a young guy though.
Always in movies. He's that old guy.
Yes, in this film he plays a Russian, and the movie's another movie where I'll say it's too long. It's a comedy. It's very kind of a screwball kind of comedy. It's over 2 hours when it doesn't really need to be. An hour and a half would have sufficed, but it's about a group of Russians in a Soviet sub who land off the coast of I think it's supposed to be a Massachusetts island. I don't know if it's supposed to be Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard, and they are kind of attempting to infiltrate this sleepy New England town in a way on an island. And it has very good island vibes, similar to something like Jaws. You kind of get those New England island vibes from it. But it is a funny movie. It is a funny movie because it shows like the people trying to rise up against these the Russians who just came off the sub, and there's a World War I veteran who's trying to like rally people to follow him and stuff. And it's a very it's a funny movie, definitely a product of its time in a lot of ways. But that's one of the things that I think makes it more interesting. Is it feels like a very Cold War movie, where, you know, the Russians are the bad guys, but the ending message is kind of just a little more wholesome and fun, and it's a good screwball slapstick comedy. You have a good time with it. Easy in, easy out.
Oh, it's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Oh.
It's like a screwball slapstick comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not what I was picturing.
No, it's a pretty funny movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I honestly like. There's quite a lot that I've seen, but I don't think I have enough to remember to speak on. So I might bounce around.
Okay.
Um,
Because we're moving on to May here, folks.
I watched Chinatown.
Ooh. Okay. What do you think?
Watched a movie released in the 70s.
Okay.
I really liked it. I gave it a 4.5. I know you don't like it as much, so just hold your horses. And like I like kind of like the LA noir type feel where he's a private investigator. He's not really like a trained detective or a cop. He's kind of just like a guy poking around in other people's business, but he has some skill to him because that's kind of what he does. And you kind of it's good. You know when a movie's good when it has you caring about something that you wouldn't like. I'm caring about the drama behind the water,
Yes.
whatever they're called. What's it called? The water plant.
Aqueducts or something? Is that
I don't know
what they call them in the movie? I don't remember.
I don't know what the official term is,
Okay.
but like the water supply in California.
Yes.
And there's a drought going on, so tensions are kind of high, and you find out that there's like, dirty deeds going on surrounding the water supply, and it's just. And there's good twists, like the reveal of who the daughter is. I don't know if you remember that twist.
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Quite the twist. Quite the
Yeah.
twist.
And it just like reveals so much darker things than you would think.
Yes, very dark things.
So, and Jack Nicholson his performance was second to none, I believe. I feel
Very good
like-
performance.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie where I felt like it just got a little dull for me. I think like those
Yeah,
vibes are there.
yeah,
Those
I get
LA
that.
those LA vibes are there. But a man cannot survive all vibes alone. And the twist was a little too jarring for me. A little too Polanski-esque for me. The bones of a great movie are there for me.
Yeah.
I think I can see why people love it. It just didn't click for me. But it's definitely a film school movie. Chinatown. It's definitely
It's definitely a film school.
yeah. That was a movie we watched in
Oh.
one of our classes.
I never had a film class.
You would have loved him if you just
I
did him
know.
as a fun extra thing. You would have
I
loved
know,
him.
man.
And but for this movie, the significance of the water was something they discussed a lot about the fountains in this scene, and the water's obviously what they're after, and all this stuff. So and like you said, it's a bit of a rotten onion movie. The more layers get pulled back, the nastier it is.
Oh, rotten onion.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Indubitably so. Now we move on to the my first May movie. I watched Night of the Hunter for my category. Letterboxd Top 250.
That's a good movie.
Have you seen this one?
Yes.
You have.
I have.
It's a movie where I watched it and I was like, man, people were not ready for this in 1955.
No.
Yeah, the whole dynamic of the villain being a very religious man, not just a religious man, a very Catholic man, and which I think is done perfectly. I think the whole dynamic of that stuff and how he justifies things is perfectly, and there's a great allegory for lots of other things. And on top of that, the movie, great performances. Robert Mitchum is great in every movie he's in. He's fantastic as the villain in this. A pretty straightforward plot though. Really good plot. This could be the plot of a Twilight Zone episode, just a procedural kind of movie, but they obviously expand it and make it a lot more interesting. And one of the biggest things, the movie looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
The cinematography of this movie is phenomenal, and for 1955 especially,
It's a black and white movie. It's kind of hard to make a black and white movie look good.
Yes, and like I think The Third Man, I had always said before, was like with Orson Welles, was like one of the biggest examples of a black and white movie that benefited from being black and white, and this is right up there with it. Like this movie looks absolutely tremendous.
8.5 is a movie.
8.5, good one.
It's like I never really like appreciated cinematography until I watched 8.5 because like you could say this movie looks great because CGI and colors.
Yeah.
But you're saying this movie looks great because of how it's shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just composition, shadows, and light, and I mean this movie especially, the shadows and light in this movie are just absolutely phenomenal, and great performances in this movie. That unfortunately the director of this film, he was an actor who I've seen in other stuff. I can't remember his name at the moment, but he made this movie and people hated it, and he never directed again.
Really?
Yeah, which is very unfortunate because it just kind of knocked the wind out of his sails. But I mean, God, I wish he did because
it was so good.
it's so good, and it was one of the more celebrated movies now. I mean, you can find.
Leaning. This little song he sings.
Yes,
Little creepy song.
it is so good. It's so good, and I mean, it feels like something that's been parodied so much now, and like there's so many directors talk about how great it is, and like Spike Lee and all these guys.
I've actually never heard of it until I watched it last year for the Criterion Challenge.
Mm.
I've never heard of it.
I heard
I
about
thought
it a little
kinda
bit.
Just a very unknown movie. This is the first I'm hearing of people like actually.
Oh yeah, there's
enjoying it.
a video on YouTube of like your favorite director's favorite movie or something, and it's all about Night of the Hunter and all these guys talking about how Guillermo del Toro and Spike Lee talking about, oh, Night of the Hunter is this amazing movie. It meant a lot to me.
It
So
was so good.
I see why. Fantastic movie. Let's scoot down. I got a couple more Mays. What do you got up there?
I have 50-50.
Nice.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Yeah.
and Seth Rogen.
Now you're not a Seth Rogen guy.
I mean, like, no, I don't watch say a Sandler movie or a Kevin James or a Will Ferrell. Like, I'm watching these for those guys because I really like
Yes.
those.
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
I would never say, oh, Seth Rogen's in that movie.
Okay.
The Seth
Fair
Rogen
enough.
movies
Fair
that
enough.
I really like.
Okay.
That
he's just in more so than like his
humor
I'm here
is
for him.
is not my type of humor.
Okay.
Personally, but I don't dislike the guy.
Okay. Fair enough.
I
Fair
do
enough.
love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
This was a big thing. That he was a big pull.
Yeah.
And it's really like it's a comedy about someone who has a 50-50 chance of living when they find out he has cancer. And I know for our BT&Hers, for our
The truckers.
the truckers, for our truckers out there. And the fact that it has, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is known as a comedy guy, but you have Seth Rogen, and it's a comedy movie surrounding this very dark subject.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of beautiful light to it, but it always reminds you every now and then how scary
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And how, like, someone's life is just turned upside down. And, like, just think about, like, if I were to put myself in his shoes, how would I react when I'm living knowing that I'm dying?
Yeah.
Like, I only have X amount of days.
Or what's worse is when you don't even know, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, yeah.
And I just wouldn't know how I would handle myself. So, like, seeing him kind of just carrying on about life, he's worrying about his girlfriend and stuff, and he's still worrying about all these things. Like, he's not completely dropping everything and just, like, tunnel visioning. It was, I don't know, it was just very cool. I had to check my mic was on. I don't know why. A little OCD. I don't know if I hit it or not. But it was just a very cool perspective. And just, like, the comedy eases the blow.
Yes, yeah. It's kind of a movie that I feel is very, kind of I'm trying to think of a good example of, like, a kind of movie like Red Eye, where the script remedies its own subject in a way, where it's like, oh, how do you, like, in cancer in real life, use comedy to deafen the blow? How do we make a movie about cancer? Well, we make it funny. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. And I think this is a perfect, I guess, the best marriage of dramedy I can think of. I think they nailed the tone perfectly, honestly. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen are both fantastic in the movie. And like you said, how it just can throw a life upside down, change everything. I point to how he goes to the IV room afterwards, and it's those other two guys, and then one day one of them just isn't there. It's like, it's you just never know.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that they really nail. And it's something that's so serious, and it's so common, though, that I think a lot of movies and TV have a hard time going ahead and saying, like, let's depict it in whatever way. But, like, I think this is, this is a great movie that deals with that subject that isn't easy to deal with. So I watched this, and I think I give it a 4.5 on my first watch. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's a great movie. In the month of May, I watched a movie from 1966. This was in Paul Giamatti's Closet Picks. This one's for you, Paul. Seconds. The movie's called Seconds. Now,
also, I recommended this.
Oh,
I
you did.
told you
you
should
did.
pick this movie.
Yes.
Because I think you'd really like it.
Yes. A gentleman who kind of goes through a procedure to give himself a new identity and a new life, and to fake his own death. It's very fascinating. It's very, again, very Twilight Zone-y plot. Yes. And which is something I really liked about it. An hour 47. It was a good length, I feel. I believe was Rock Hudson was the main actor in this, I believe. Yeah. He's very good in it. And it's very, again, very good black and white movie. Shot well. Very good, great atmosphere. Very 60s. A movie you get what you want to get out of it going into it. It was awesome. Didn't knock me out. I'm not gonna watch it tomorrow. But
Yeah.
you know, it was a great movie.
Mm-hmm. I loved. When I was watching it, I was like, "This is a Ryan McNeil movie right here." Like it just screamed you, and I had a lot of fun with it. I'm a little foggy on it now because that was last year.
It's a complex movie too.
That was my last year Criterion.
It's a complex movie.
Yeah, but that was really cool.
I will say a quick aside when you said like, "Oh, this is a Ryan McNeil movie." I remember you had said that about. I remember like the Holdovers came out.
Oh yeah.
And you told me, you and my friend Justin had both told me, like,
shout out to JJ.
Shout out iDubbbz.
Where have you been? You could be here catching up with
the
us.
the iDubbbz challenge. I mean, you're slacking a little bit.
fell off.
You're slacking. I know you're watching. Slacking a little
For
bit.
those who don't know, there is a third participant in the challenge.
Yes, there is a third participant. Who
a
knows
little-
how many more next year though?
he's
Who
a
knows
little-
how many more?
Facts.
Yes.
He's a little
Indeed.
MIA.
Yeah, we're gonna see
I
where
remember
he's.
I pitched it to a few people.
Yeah.
They liked the idea, but we kind of already started.
Yeah, fair enough. But Holdovers came out. Both of you said like, "Oh, this movie's great. You got to watch it." And then both of you said like, "It's right up your alley," which almost added like pressure. Like, "Oh, now I feel like I need to like it. I feel like there's pressure for me to like this movie." But it is flattering when someone says like, "Oh, this is right up your alley," because it's like, "Oh, they know me. They know me." Yeah. But then like it. I mean, obviously, Holdovers was a tremendous. It exceeded every possible expectation I had.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for thinking of me when you watch Seconds. What else you got in the month of May, Mikey?
I'm in June already, but
Oh.
I got Karate Kid's Legends.
Oh, I think I know what category this one was for.
This is starring Ralph Macchio.
Correct.
And when I made that category, I thought there was going to be a whole lot more Ralph Macchio than
No. There's like
it's My Cousin
14
Vinny,
movies.
Karate Kids, The Outsiders, and then there's this weird like blues movie that I never heard of, and so that was what I was going to do, and then the release date for this came out. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, 3 movies in theaters. This was one of them.
Okay.
And it's about exactly what I thought it would be.
Takes place in the city, right?
Yeah, it takes place in New York. So it was a change of scenery for Karate Kid, because
Yeah.
Karate Kid always took place in
West Coast, right?
West Coast.
Yeah. And then the Jaden Smith one was like,
Wasn't China.
yeah.
So, but it was also a good way to, because everyone was like, is the Jaden Smith movie like connected in any way? So they finally answered that question. Like Jackie Chan, his character, his family. There was like someone from the Miyagis who went to China, and they taught him kung fu.
That's cool.
Who knew? So it was like a mix of karate and kung fu that they taught. So they had the main characters. The main character was a student of Jackie Chan who went to New York.
That's cool.
And the classic Karate Kid antics.
Yes.
Find the bully.
Yeah.
Find out that he does karate.
Yeah.
There's a karate tournament. Let's learn karate.
Yeah, baby.
But I liked how he was already very skilled in kung fu. He already knew how to fight.
Okay, wasn't coming from zero. That's good.
Yeah. So that was refreshing. Like I didn't need to see a kid come from zero to hero.
Yeah, I don't need a montage.
Like they did with Daniel LaRusso. Like they did with Miguel Diaz in Cobra Kai. I didn't need to see it again. So that was cool. And Daniel LaRusso, his character, comes and teaches him the side of karate. And you see a little William Zabka at the end, which everyone was really hyped to see because he's the big.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Karate Kid? I don't remember.
I have not. But I know the mythos. I've probably seen about half the movie just in passing,
Okay,
just because it's on
Zabka
TV
was
and
the
stuff.
main bad guy.
Yes, the blonde gentleman.
And in Cobra Kai, he's like the main character.
Yes.
So everyone loves him now, and he's so great. So people were really hoping they see him in the movie. It's a cameo at the end, but it's enough to give me like there he is. So
that will probably be my Ralph Macchio movie because I've never even seen Karate Kid.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
So very minimal thoughts. It was very fun and exactly what I expected.
Nice.
And
from the trailers, I was like, I think I know what this movie is, and I think people are gonna like it.
Yeah. If I really like Karate Kid, so I liked it. I gave it 3.5. That's it.
Nice. The also in the month of May, I watched. I won't throw too much time at it. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. For me, I love the Mission Impossible movies. I think they're great, and I think they, in some way, they just keep getting better. I mean, Fallout and Dead Reckoning Part 1, now just known as Dead Reckoning, I think are just fantastic movies, and just some of the best action movies I've ever seen, and just the spectacle of them is tremendous. It's just top-tier movie making, and Final Reckoning is right up in there. I don't know if this is confirmed to be the last one. It had final in the title, so I kind of thought it was going to be, but there wasn't as much fanfare as I thought they would be for the last one of these, so It's fantastic though. Great, incredible set pieces. And it's it's Mission Impossible, man. The mission's impossible, and
Mission Impossible.
and Tommy finds a way to figure it out. He makes it possible. So
He really makes the impossible possible.
yeah, it's a Tom Cruise production, as the opening credits will let you know.
What's like the big stunt of this movie? Like, isn't there always like a big stunt? Wait, I'm
this
sorry. Say again.
movie-
This was The Final Reckoning?
The Final Reckoning is the
Okay.
name of this one. Yeah, there's a sequence where Tom is hanging off of a single propeller plane, and
so
he's
this-
doing
this-
a lot of stuff like
This
that.
could have been
yeah.
the last movie and you don't even know it.
I think so. I don't remember them saying, "Oh, we got another one coming up," because I feel like there's
remember-
always them like, "Oh, we got the next one coming out in 2
I
years."
remember
Or
a lot
something.
of rumors saying, this is the last one.
I have a feeling it will be. But I don't know. It feels like a movie they go into saying like, "This is the last Mission Impossible movie," but
Did it
who
conclude
knows?
the story well enough?
I think so. Yeah, I think they all end cool and like end moving forward for the most part. And this one ends. This one ends nice. I'd be, if this is the last one, I'm happy with it. There's also a great sequence where it's like about 20 minutes of real time where it's all Tom Cruise underwater. He doesn't actually hold his breath for 20 minutes, but and there's no music. It's all just natural sounds of underwater and stuff. It's very tense, great suspense, I will say. And that's another great set piece, I will say, in this movie. But yeah, Mission Impossible. I watched another movie on the same day, according to Letterboxd. I don't remember this.
Really? I always
Yeah.
find those type things like interesting, where it's like when you make so many, how do you make this one stand out?
Yeah,
From all the other ones.
yeah, and I think this one definitely did it. I think the plot of these last two has really been good. The villain of this one has been good, conniving, and there's a little bit of mustache twirling, yes, but it's a Mission Impossible movie.
Little mustache
We're
twirling.
looking for a mustache twirling villain. Yeah, but I mean they find ways to keep him interesting, and they might not be like. I mean, Tom Cruise hung out the side of like a big plane before. Now he's hanging out the side of a little plane. It almost feels just as dangerous. So, I got to give it up. I got to give it up for him. So, yeah, you got anything else in? What do you got in June? Or do you want me to finish May off?
Oh, I'm just gonna keep going down the line. If
Go,
you don't mind.
go for it.
So, I have. This is not part of my challenge. I just wanted to mention it.
Okay.
I watched Twin Peaks: The Return.
Ooh,
This
you love Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons, like last year. Then I watched the movie, which is like a prequel, but you kind of need to watch them in that order. You need to watch everything in the release order. And I watched a few David Lynch movies. Like I watched Blue Velvet, I watched Eraserhead, and I watched this Twin Peaks movie. And I always liked it. I always thought Twin Peaks was really cool, but I would never say I was a fan until I watched Twin Peaks: The Return.
Interesting.
I'll keep it brief because it's not part of the challenge, but if anyone's looking for a show to watch, please give Twin Peaks a shot. Don't ask any questions because the whole point is you don't know what you're watching. You need it's almost like you need to piece things together because things are not going to be said in things aren't going to be written in stone. Like here's the answers to your questions. And I watched like a 5-hour breakdown of Twin Peaks, and the guy was like, "Listen," he was like, "If you haven't watched the show, definitely don't watch this. But if you have watched the show, I really don't recommend you to watch this because it kind of breaks the fun. But it could also be fun if you like. I watched it all, and I think it makes it better.
Okay.
So, but I cannot say anything. I don't want to give anything away. It's just it's like a murder mystery that dives into a little supernatural.
The Twin Peaks train is one I've been meaning to get on.
And that's another thing that's written.
It seems like it'd be perfect for me. Yeah, I just know there's so much of it now. There's multiple series and shows and movies and stuff.
It's 2 seasons and then the final season and then the movie.
Okay. Oh, the final season, which came out like 20 years later. That thing.
25 years later.
25 years. Okay.
Which is just crazy that even happened.
Yeah. Which doesn't seem like David Lynch. It doesn't seem like David Lynch to make a TV show to begin with, though. So, who knows?
Yeah.
But Twin Peaks is definitely something I gotta get on the train. It just seems like a fantastic world.
It's like made to be a soap opera. So like it's like a small town stuff.
Yeah.
So like you learn a lot about the
Upstate New York setting.
It's Washington.
Washington. Okay. When I saw a lot of trees, that was one or the other.
And like you learn about the characters, even characters that have nothing to do with the main plot of the story. Like you just learn about their drama and stuff. Like it's a soap opera, you just whole ensemble learn about their problems. You start to care for them, and sometimes these characters will get dragged into the main plot, where it's like the main plot is so like far gone from like anything that has to be happening in this town.
Okay. Okay.
It's just so cool. I should stop talking
Okay.
because I don't want to say anything else. But anyway, let me move on to a part of the challenge.
Okay.
For my best picture winner,
Ooh, I don't think I've done this one
I
yet.
watched 1954's On the Waterfront starring Marlon Brando. Have you seen this?
Yes, many
Yeah.
times.
It's good.
I like it a lot.
It's definitely a movie made in the 50s.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
slow
Yes.
burn.
Yes.
Not entirely exciting.
It's not an overly exciting movie. It's a lot of dialogue heavy movie, a lot of character driven movie.
Yeah, there's not much more to say about it, but
Okay.
I think Marlon Brando was great.
Yes.
I've never seen him in anything other than The Godfather, so this is
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like I just like the ideas. I like that the priest was a very big part of
Yes,
the movie.
I thought his character was fascinating and how
Yeah.
they use him.
And like Night of the Hunter or any other movie these days, it always seems like the priest is made out to be, like that dark side of the church.
Yeah.
And seeing this, like, he's like the guy holding up the values and
Yeah.
standing up to the organized crime and
Yeah.
stuff. I thought it was really cool. And Marlon Brando was kind of just that driving force. Like, he's the one in it. He really needs to make the change. And like you get the backstory, he was a boxer. Now he's kind of down on his luck.
Could have been someone.
Yeah, he's just working like a regular man's job. He could have been, famous.
Yeah.
Which is very cool because you could tell someone with that backstory has a lot of pride.
Yes. Yes.
And to be kind of bossed around by organized crime,
Yeah.
you start to question, like, oh, I'm whatever his character's name was.
I don't remember.
I could have been champion.
Yeah. Yeah, and it puts turns the mirror on everybody sitting there. It's like, are you this guy? And well, I think it's a great movie. I think Brando's like I mean, there's great performances in it, but like Brando's acting is just 2 decades ahead of everybody else in movies like this.
Yeah.
Just in terms of how natural he feels. And I always like to look at this movie where like Night of the Hunter and like The Third Man, like I said, black and white, like a lot of heavy shadows and stuff. This movie is like pretty steady gray, but I think it leads that setting very well. It feels smoky and kind of muggy and overcast the whole movie, which I think it helps build that atmosphere of, guys who are showing up to work and they might be able to work, they might not be able to work. That whole world and the pigeons and all that stuff I think is fantastic.
And it's almost like you start to, like, even though sometimes these organized crime guys, like, how really intimidating can you make them? They're just like overweight middle-aged men most of the time. But they can really this movie makes you really feel the weight, like, if you go against them in court, you're dead. You can't do anything.
Yeah. And I think one of my favorite scenes in the movie is it's so quick of when I forget what exactly they're showing on TV. It has something to do with the mafia thing. And then they cut to a guy in a chair watching the TV and he just says like turn it off. And you see, like, he's, like, the big mafia boss, so it's, like, just that always a bigger fish kind of mentality thing that they're showing. It's like, oh, there's layers.
Yeah, and to that point, like, this guy, the main mafioso, I don't know if it's a mafia or whatever it was, but, like, you could tell he's just kind of like a capo. He's not, like...
Yeah. I mean, at that level, it feels more like just kind of
he's not very
guys ganging up on guys. It's not that organized.
Yeah. Just running this little section, the waterfront. But I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm on the waterfront guy.
And the final walk.
Yes.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. Good music too. I remember the music being good in this one.
Yeah, I remember that.
On the same day that I watched Mission Impossible, apparently I watched Bull Durham for the first time. I never seen Bull Durham. You seen it?
I've never seen Bull Durham. No.
It's a weird movie.
This with Costner?
Yeah, it's Kevin Costner. He plays a minor league baseball player. He's supposed to be like single A or something. He's supposed to be a veteran who gets sent down, and he's just basically they say, hey, you're there to help out this young kid.
The Durham Bulls, right?
Yeah,
That's the team.
Yeah. They were. I think they were single A at this point, and then like the movie made them so popular, they're now a Triple A team.
Oh, okay.
If my memory serves me right. It's a weird movie though. It's not for kids either. Like a lot of the plot has to be with how Susan Sarandon's character connects baseball to sex, and she like picks one player every season to sleep with, so they'll have a good season. It's
Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, it's a very it's a strange movie. It's a strange plot. It's a fun movie. It's all done very lighthearted. But it's a little out of left field. I don't know if I'd say any of it's
It wasn't what
aged
you were
poorly.
expecting.
Yes, it's definitely not what I was expecting. I will say at the Worcester Red Sox, they where last season they played the Durham Bulls, and they were like, after the game we're gonna play Bull Durham on the big screen. Feel free to stick around if you want to watch Bull Durham on the big
Oh, is
screen.
this where you watched it?
No, this is not where I watched it.
Oh.
This was last season.
Oh.
And our PA announcer had always kept saying, like, just so you know, it is an R-rated movie. Letting everybody know it is an R-rated movie. The game ends. Within 10 minutes, they're playing it on. So people are still filing out. Kids are still in the ballpark. And within, like, the first 10 minutes of the movie, there's a scene where Tim Robbins is having sex in the locker room. And it's like, man, this isn't a movie to show on a public big board.
No.
It's a weird movie. I always heard about Bull Durham, and I thought it'd be like those baseball movies like Field of Dreams or Sandlot and that kind of, and a family-oriented thing. It's not.
Oh.
It's an R-rated movie. The baseball in it is great, though, I will say. It feels real. Like it feels like very realistic how guys talk to each other and the play aspects of it, and all of that feels real. So it's got that going for it. It's a good movie. I gave it 3.5. It's a little out there. But yeah, Bull Durham.
What was that?
I was choosing for the people.
Oh, I'm trying to. Okay, that was Criterion. I have starting July 1st. I have Kingpin. This is Woody Harrelson X Sports. This sucked.
I like Kingpin.
This sucked.
I haven't seen it in years. I remember liking it though.
I didn't enjoy it.
What you
really
gonna do?
It really was unfunny.
Even Bill Murray, even the Bill Murray stuff.
But he was in it so brief.
He was very brief. He probably has like 12
I didn't know
lines.
he was in it, so when that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
And then he kind of dipped off, and then he shows up in like the middle of it again for a second. No, I don't like it.
All right, what you gonna do? Yeah, there isn't a lot to say about a comedy you don't like. It just didn't make you laugh.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this problem or that. Yeah. Tough. I still haven't watched my Woody Harrelson type sports. I think I have to watch Champions, movie he made just a couple years ago, basketball movie. But anyway.
I don't know why I didn't watch that.
Now we got in. What do we have next? We have in the month of July 14th, for watch a, I believe this is non-Disney animated movie. It's not loading right now, but I believe that's what the category was. Yep. Anastasia. Funnily enough, on Disney Plus now, but what you gonna do? Really good movie. I thought it was fun. I thought the songs were really good. Very cool setting of revolutionary Russia. Historical fiction in this aspect. There's certain parts of it where it definitely feels like, oh, well, Disney movies did this, so we have to kind of include that. Like funny kid mascot and this kind of aspect, a song here, a song there. It follows kind of a formula in a way, but it's a formula that I think works. So it was a fun movie, and the animation was really cool. And you'll remember it. I remember this movie.
I don't remember it, and I know a lot.
You saw it? When
Yeah.
did you see it? When you were a kid, though?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You get a pass.
Okay.
If it's a kid movie that you watched, yeah.
I definitely have seen it. I just don't remember.
Mm.
Next for me is Paths of Glory.
Great
Directed by
movie.
Stanley Kubrick.
Great movie.
And not at all what I thought it was going to be.
Oh.
I didn't know it was going to be like a courtroom.
Yeah, it is a lot of that. Yeah.
Like a army courtroom kind of movie. I thought it was like on the battlefield.
And unlike Kubrick, this movie's like an hour and 20 minutes, too.
Yeah, it's brief.
Yeah, in the best way
And-
possible.
But it's a very palatable Kubrick movie.
Yes, I think so. Good entry
It's
point.
very easy to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
And what's the guy's name?
Kirk Douglas
Yes.
is the main guy,
He
correct?
also played
Yes.
Spartacus. He's always great.
Yes.
And yeah, I really like the story. I like how they set up. Sometimes in these types of movies, they just say, "Okay, this happened." But
Yeah.
they showed, the mission gone wrong. That
Yeah.
Starts to question. That brings up the court issues. Question the general, briefly, and then he kind of sleazes by.
Yeah.
And I always like these types of movies that, for army guys. I'm not in the army, but like these guys are very, at least in the movie, they're devout to the cause. And
Yes.
They always back by the army.
Mm-hmm.
And when something like this happens to Mr. Douglas's character, he starts to question his position in the army.
Yeah.
What do the army like? What do we really value here? Like,
Yeah.
I thought we're the good guys.
And again, kind of like Night of the Hunter, that's something you don't talk about in 1957.
No.
You know, the very,
Oh.
very post. I mean, basically actively during Vietnam, Korean War just ended. Both two world wars are in your rearview mirror, and you have conversations like that. But those are much needed conversations.
Yeah.
So Pascagory's great. Yeah, those early Kubrick ones, movies like The Killing, that even Spartacus, are more palatable for a wider audience. Before you get into the stuff where it's more complex, and you can get bogged down in the chaos isn't the word, the complexities.
Yeah.
It's still great movies. We love The Shining, and
No.
yeah, like I love Eyes.
I would actually say Shining is a palatable Kubrick.
More so, yes, but there's a side to it that's the complexities you get into. But like Eyes Wide Shut is one where it's like, okay, what?
I haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut.
So people always say like, oh, it's the sex cult movie. That's like 15 minutes of the movie. Like the most of the movie is other stuff,
Okay.
which I think is I think it's a great movie altogether. Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
I mean, Kubrick hasn't done me wrong yet.
Yeah,
He actually got me to like a horror movie.
he got you to like what?
A horror movie.
Oh yes, you're not a horror guy.
Not horror. Not really horror. What would you consider it?
It's psychological horror.
Okay.
The Shining, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
The let me see, what else did I watch here? Is that like were you all set with
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm flying through these things by now.
On July 16th, I watched The Friends of Eddie Coyle.
Who?
The Friends of Eddie Coyle. This
Okay.
was one of the most Boston movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
From Boston.
1973. The film revolves around a guy who's going to prison, and they're trying to do one last job, kind of underlining heist movie. A lot of very gritty performances. Very, very 70s movie. It feels like The French Connection. Feels like movies kind of like that. Great atmosphere. Plot's there. It's happening, but very performance driven. Again, I believe this is Robert Mitchum, actually. Yeah, Robert Mitchum once again, in a great role. Feels very real. This is how guys talked back then. This is how, guys looked and behaved, and it feels like a very gritty world that they're in. It's a good crime movie. Yeah, pretty straightforward, honestly. Yeah. That's fine. I'm not going to be like, you got to watch Friends of Eddie Coyle. It definitely. This was actually one of I believe Frank's movie. Yeah, Frank Ocean's Boys Don't Cry magazine.
Boys Don't Cry magazine.
Yeah, Frank Ocean's a big fan of this film. Apparently, I gave it 3.5 stars. Solid flick. Yeah.
I forget which one I did for that.
That was a good category. There's a lot to choose from. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Anyway.
think mine was Blue Velvet for that, actually.
Oh yeah, that sounds right. I remember seeing Blue Velvet on there and thinking about that one. Yeah. What are you cooking up there, Mike?
Let's see. Oh, I got my first 5-star.
Oh,
of the challenge.
5-star.
And that is
By Jove.
how fitting it was for watch a movie with a rating of over 4.5.
Oh.
It was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Ah, yes.
I've never seen a
yes.
spaghetti western or a Clint Eastwood western.
Yes.
I've only seen like Trouble with the Curve and The Mule.
Oh, so you've never even seen him young in any of these
No.
movies? Wow. Okay, yeah.
It was 5-star. It was perfect. It was a perfect.
It's a great movie.
The set, the characters, the costumes.
The Civil War setting is tremendous.
Yeah, they just come across these like just platoons of troops. They lie to say who they are.
Yeah.
And no one is, Blondie is the good. But
Yeah.
no one is good.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just so. It's an epic,
It is.
It's a 3-hour movie,
Yeah.
and there's so much to digest, so much to munch on.
Yeah.
That it is truly one of the, and I love like I don't know what you would call it, like the best thing I would say is like the Great American Race type of movie, where it's like everyone's like just going a long distance for money.
Yeah.
And every Western is surrounded by money.
Yeah.
So it was great. Angel Eyes is so cool. I forget what his name is.
Yeah, I can't remember. It has been years since I've seen it, but
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was tremendous.
So good. And it's Sergio Leone, and it was filmed in like Spain and Italy. So a lot of the actors or characters, they're like dubbed over. They're moving their mouth and the sound's not syncing up. But only,
Yeah.
I think him. I think all the three main guys are actually in sync.
Yeah.
Which are kind of cool. And Blondie's such a badass, bro.
He is. Clint Eastwood, I mean, people, rag at him for different stuff, but man, he can play that character well.
Yeah.
He can play that character really well, and he played it tremendously in this one. I've only seen that one from him. I don't think I've seen either the Fistful of Dollars or For a Few Dollars More.
I'm so excited to watch
the other
those.
movies in that trilogy.
I'm so excited.
But it's a fantastic movie. I remember one scene. Like I said, it's been years. The scene I remember most vividly is when those guys are coming on horseback from a while away, and the guy's saying like "Hoorah for the Confederacy," so he won't mess with them, and then they show up and then they're like they wipe all the dirt off, and they're Union soldiers. I was like, that's great. Yeah. That's just great. But no, Good Man looks great. Yeah, that was your 4.5 and over. That's right.
Yep.
Great.
Was that a Best Picture winner?
I don't know. I don't know where Western stood in like with the Oscars back in the day. Yeah, but on I watched a straight to streaming movie. I watched Happy Gilmore 2.
I got through half of that.
I liked the first half a lot. I thought the first half was really good. It was funny. It was moving.
It was Adam Sandler, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. The second half, it goes a little off the rails in terms of like they're all stupid movies, but you have to stay with like the same level of stupid.
I think the plot point of like it was just kind of like a throwaway of in the beginning, like catching up between the first movie with the wife dying.
That was wild.
But like that being the point where he like has a breakdown on the course, I'm like, I thought it was just gonna be like a throwaway joke. Now I'm really like working it right now. I'm just like,
yeah. That was really out of left field. I was surprised that happened. But yeah, it was a fun time. It was good stuff. Obviously there's probably over 100 cameos in the movie and different stuff, and a lot of I'm not a golf guy, but a lot of the golfers were really good in it, I thought. Oh, yeah. A lot of the golf humor in it was good.
Scheffler was
Scheffler, McElroy. My dad can name all of them.
His name's Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
Okay. I know his last name Scheffler. I don't know what his first name is.
Yeah, and there's a great dinner scene where there's a lot of the old time golfers are there and stuff, and Jack Nicklaus, who's considered the greatest of all time.
What's his name makes an appearance? Fucking Rob Schneider.
Oh, Schneider's in it?
Like, yes, baby.
Mikey's a big Schneider guy. Yeah, there's a lot of plenty of cameos. No Kevin James in this one. Maybe we'll have to wait for Hubie Halloween 2 for that one, but that's my next on my wish list for Mr. Sandler and Netflix.
Next, that is
a Hubie 2 would be. Oh my God.
I'm looking at square in the face like that's gotta happen.
I mean, man, I'm just sitting here thinking about Hubie Halloween right now. I mean, Hubie Halloween was so good.
I love Hubie.
It was so good. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. I mean, Happy Gilmore 2, it got the job done. It got the job done as far as I'm concerned. I gave it 3 stars. Nice, easy film. Got the job done. I got I think I just got 2 left after this. What do you got, Mike?
I have 3 more, including this.
Okay.
I have 28 Days Later. That was my apocalypse movie.
Ah.
Never seen it.
What'd you think?
I did not like it.
Yeah, this isn't up your alley whatsoever.
I don't like it.
It looks like it was shot on someone's ass.
Yeah, which it basically was.
It was shot on camcorders.
I appreciate the idea.
Yes.
I just still think it looks bad.
It definitely is a novelty you have to enjoy, it's easy to not enjoy it.
There's not a single character that I enjoyed, including Cillian Murphy.
That takes a lot out of you to not enjoy Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was so boring. There was no one that had like anything to connect to. I don't know. What are you smiling about?
No, I just remember liking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you liked it?
I liked this movie. Yeah, I've seen this movie. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
The only part that I ever liked was at the end when they're escaping, like the military. That was cool.
You like that action sequence?
Yeah. It was so. It was just
even walking through London, nobody there. Wasn't that a great sequence?
It was cool.
Yeah.
But it was boring. Like the whole thing was boring. It's an apocalypse movie. Why is this so boring?
Okay, fair enough.
Like I said, no.
You wanted more mayhem.
It was the characters for me, I think.
Okay.
I really.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. It happens. There
was no reason like having a character you connect to is a big part of an apocalypse movie.
Yes. Yeah.
That's part of
the spectrum can only do so much.
Big part of any movie, but specifically an apocalypse.
I think horror
you have
runs.
To care about them surviving.
Yes. No, but that's exactly true. You have to care about them surviving, like you said. Horror is the same thing, where people go to see Jason and Mike Myers and Freddy Krueger, but you need to care about who they're chasing. You need to care about if they get caught or not, and they're because you're spending more time with them than you're spending with the killer, just by the nature of the movie. So it's the same thing. The characters didn't work for you. The movie's not going to work. Simple as that.
And it did not.
What you gonna do, folks? I watched a movie by the name of James and the Giant Peach.
Tell me about this.
Watch a stop motion movie. It's a Roald Dahl movie. Very Roald Dahl. Disney 90s stop motion. Directed by the same gentleman who did Night Before Christmas, Henry Selick. the first the first 10 minutes is a live action sequence as well before you get into the stop motion. It's definitely very surreal, and lots of different things are happening, and I thought it was really fun. Yeah, I think I gave it 3 stars. It's a fun movie. It's a fun kids movie. Definitely more, I think, airs on the kids side, and the ending is in live action as well. Like the last 5 to 10 minutes are in live action. But I thought it was a good time. Has cool little messages here and there. Good little morals for the kiddos, and very good music. Very interesting music. Looks very pretty. Some fun sequences. So it's a good time. It's a good time.
Good times.
Yes.
Good tidings.
Good tidings.
Good tidings and good times.
What do you got there, Mike?
Next, I have watch a movie with a state in the name.
Oh, I haven't
That
done
is
this one yet.
Raising Arizona.
Ah, what do you think? What do you think?
I really liked it.
I love this movie.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And just like the goofiness of it.
Yes.
Like it takes a very unserious. It takes a very unserious take on kidnapping a child.
Yes. Like I said with Happy Gilmore, like they lost. Like I feel like you have to keep it the same level of stupidness or ridiculousness. Raising Arizona maintains that perfectly all the way through, and that's what makes it works.
But like it's so sweet in a way. What did you
I said makes it works, and then like I mouthed to myself, makes it works. That's not a.
It's like so sweet in a way where, like, oh, this businessman, he has 5 kids.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that, and it's like, well, I think he has his hands full.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd help him.
That's crazy. You're rooting for them, the
Yeah.
people who kidnap a child. Like
Yeah.
you're on their side.
You almost like they give you no reason to dislike
Yeah.
the original parents, but you kind of don't like them.
Yeah. Because I think you like Nick Cage and Holly Hunter's character so much.
Yeah.
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 Who are great performances. John Goodman is great in this movie, and I mean it's very Coen Brothers in a very good way.
Mm-hmm. I actually think this might be my favorite of them so far.
It's pretty damn good. Big Lebowski's up there for me. I mean, this movie's really good though.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I love the guy on the bike, the bounty hunter.
Yes.
Oh, he was so cool. And
It's
it
just
comes down to
like,
this final action scene
yes.
with them. That was so sick.
He's like what's his face? Dennis from the SpongeBob
yeah.
movie. Yeah. Now we got each of us got one left, I believe. My the last puppy I got here for watch a video game adaptation. Now Mikey knows I'm not a video game player. I'm not a gamer here. So there were a few options I had.
Okay.
I almost thought of Super Mario, maybe. With
Or there's Sonic.
the Sonics. I've heard are tremendous films.
Pixels could have counted if you've never seen that.
Pixels could have counted.
Mortal Kombat.
The Minecraft movie had just come out.
Minecraft,
People were going crazy. Throwing shit on the walls in the movie theaters.
Wreck-It Ralph, technically.
Wreck-It Ralph, I think I would have counted it if someone decided to do it. And I was just looking at video game movies, and I stumbled upon a little movie that a video game I've never heard of, quite frankly, but a movie called Silent Hill. Silent Hill, bit of a horror game apparently, and this movie was I believe I ended up giving this movie. I ended up giving it 3.5.
Okay.
Now, good performance. I like the effects in it. A lot of good practical effects in this movie as well. Good plot. Definitely a movie where it helps if you have played the game.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like movies should stand independent of game, but I'm not going to judge it, But
I just want to ask,
Go.
because I have a general idea of what the game is about. What was the movie about? I want to see if it was different.
So a woman, 2 parents have a daughter who is adopted, and she keeps saying Silent Hill and goes sleepwalks to strange places and keeps saying Silent Hill and these names in her head, and so they're like, hey, there's this place called Silent Hill, let's take her there, see what happens. And they try to go to this place, but they're like, the roads are blocked, but then they break into Silent Hill, just the mother and the daughter, because the father doesn't want anything to do with it. They take him there, and they realize that I think it's basically at random. I don't know if it's supposed to be every night. Again, things they don't really explain in the movie that you're just kind of supposed to know. The world becomes the other world, where it's like there's monsters and there's people, and and things are always chasing you and after you, and they're all manifestations of things that happen in this town and horrors that happen in this town. It's a movie I watched a video essay for afterwards, multiple, to try to understand it. It got better the more I kind of was piecing it together. It was one of those movies, and I think if I watched it again, knowing what I know now, it would probably be maybe more like a 4-star movie. Yeah. Honestly, it was very, very interesting because it had a lot more mythos to it than I anticipated it having. And like backstory and connecting things to different things and what different things in the movie stood for. I was a fan. I was a fan.
Was there a entity called Pyramid Head?
There was an entity called
Okay.
the Pyramid Head. I mentioned it to one of my friends, and he said, "I've never played a Silent Hill game, but I know about Pyramid Head."
Yeah.
And so there was a Pyramid Head in here. Great gory scenes too. Very some real intense stuff going on. But I think they earn it. I think they earn it.
I remember from what I think the game is about.
Mm.
I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it has to do with some like I think a husband,
Mm.
and I guess something happens to the wife. I don't know if there's a child involved,
Mm.
but like Pyramid Head was like his manifestation of like his guilt. Because I guess he had like something to do with
Interesting.
what happened. Obviously, this is a horrible description because I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
I'm just like making a like vague statement.
Yes.
But yeah, I know like the monsters aren't really, they're just manifestations.
Yes. Yeah, it's a movie that sticks with you too. You remember this movie. Interesting ending as well, I will say. Interesting ending as well. So, Silent Hill. I'd say give it a watch. Yeah. All right. What do you got, Mikey? I'm all wrapped up because we already talked about Sinners. So, the floor is yours.
My last one is Air.
Mm-hmm.
2023 Air with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Boston guys.
About this is for my movie with a Wayans brother in it. A Wayans brother.
I forgot that was a category.
And it's about Nike's signing of Michael Jordan to make the Air Jordan shoe. And I've heard the story told before.
Yeah.
Obviously not like all these behind the scenes things, but I remember hearing a story about Michael Jordan almost having zero interest in Nike.
Yeah.
And
They were running shoe.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very much like Moneyball type of thing.
Yes.
Where it's like an old man and the higher ups who clearly has a past in like the business, just trying to do something different and make a risk. And that's exactly what it was. It was just like another version of Moneyball in a way. But it was very good. It's a little weird because you're kind of just watching overweight Matt Damon walk around in an office most of the time.
He's looking a little pudgy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman's great in it.
Ben Affleck is fantastic.
He's good in this movie. Yeah.
I think he's fantastic in this movie.
Yeah.
And I like that they don't show Michael Jordan ever.
No, you just see the back of his head. He
I was worried
technically
about that.
says two things or something. Yeah.
I was very
that's
worried
it.
about that. Because I feel like there was no need to. Because mostly you had Viola Davis, which was great.
Yeah,
who was great.
Fantastic. Michael Jordan said that he wouldn't. When I asked him to make the movie, he said Viola Davis has to play my mother if you make the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, good.
She was great.
Yeah.
But, you always like to see these movies about, even though they dramatize these things a little more, it gives you a little appreciation. Like, I'm like, damn, I gotta start wearing my Jordans a little more.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was just cool.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Moneyball. That's something I mentioned exactly to one of my friends once, because he loves Moneyball. He's not a big sports guy, though. And I said, Air is just like that. You don't need to be a big sports guy. You don't need to care about basketball at all. And I think you would like the movie Air if you just like a good movie and a good time.
The one thing that, like, kind of was just a little weird to me was, I guess, Matt Damon discovering Michael Jordan is going to be a star. Like, he's just watching, like, some random clip. He's trying to explain why it's important, and I'm just like, I don't get it.
It was a game-winning shot from the championship game, but, like, you're right, though. That was the one part where it was a little cheesy, a little over the top, where it's like, see how calm he is. Like, it's like,
it was just
okay.
Like, they were just like, how do we make an exciting way to show that this is the guy that we landed on?
They needed him to have an aha moment.
I just also find it very crazy. Like, first of all, I find it cool that Nike was the lesser known name than any other company.
Yeah.
But I find it crazy how, one, Jordan's changed the whole shoe game in general because they had the rule it had to be 80% white.
Yeah, two colors.
It was never about there wasn't going to be like a Larry Bird's or whatever, Magic Johnson's. It was just they were Converse. You know?
Yeah, then they might have a green one, they might have a purple one, but
And
there's
now
no shoe
yeah.
that is a player.
Now we have Jordans, we have Steph Curry's.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
LeBron's.
Oh, so many players have own special shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tatum's, JB's got his own ones, I think, now.
But I think the most like impactful thing was realizing how huge of a risk it was.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was on the phone with Viola Davis at the end,
Mm.
and they're like, "We're gonna accept the offer," but which was a great scene, by the way.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-minute phone conversation.
Yeah.
And it's just them arguing back and forth about having cut of the revenue.
Yeah.
And he goes, he could pop his knee at practice next week.
Yeah.
Where it's like this really is.
It would have tanked certainly the basketball division of the company.
Like he saw this clip, right, and he made it so convincing why he would be such a star. But it's sports, you never know.
You never know. And yeah, I thought it was a really fun movie, and I think I love the thing at the end where they talk about the whole thing about the fines. It's like he's gonna get fined every game. It's like we're paying him, like whatever, we'll pay him.
That was cool.
And then they show like whatever it was, like how many could they sell or whatever, how many players are gonna wear these things, and then how many of them happened, and yeah, even just the physical designing of the shoe was a cool aspect for them to show too. Like them like getting in the lab basically and working around with it. And like you mentioned, with Ben Affleck being very good in it, I will say it's something with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in this movie that I think works that a lot of times doesn't in other movies, where if it's two guys who are like really know each other very well or have worked together a bunch of times. I mean, these guys have known each other since they were kids. It can come off a little too much like that sometimes. Yeah. This still feels like two guys acting with each other. You know, it doesn't feel like two guys who are just hanging out. When sometimes, like that Brad Pitt, George Clooney movie that came out not so long ago, the trailer for that, I was like, this just looks like the two of them talking to each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See what's happened to cinema. No, it was like an Apple TV movie that nobody saw. Oh. Yeah, they don't market either. I feel their movies Apple TV. No, when you pay George Clooney and Brad Pitt, you don't have any money for marketing though. But Air, good movie.
Yeah, it was
I liked it.
I gave it 3.5.
Yeah, I think I gave it 3.5 or 4. It's a good time.
Anything else?
I got nothing else. I mean, we're both sitting over at the halfway mark. We are well over halfway point in the year, so it's gonna be interesting. September, and I'm really hoping to get a lot in, because October I usually transition towards just watching scary movies.
Okay.
And then November, December I usually transition to only watching seasonal stuff and Christmassy stuff. So
I remember for Criterion last year, December it got heavy.
Yeah, and so I have a feeling regardless, December 26th through 31st, it's going to be pretty intense.
So we're both making good pace.
Yeah, I think we are. Both making good pace, more or less. Who are those eyes for?
J to the J.
Where
have you been?
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
He watched like his train category.
Yeah, well, he watched this.
I forget what it was, and I think that was the last thing.
I don't remember that. The fact that that's one of the categories he watched in one of the movies. Yeah. I don't know. I hope I remember him mentioning he's like, I watched some movies, but I'm gonna log them later and stuff, but I don't know what category it's gonna be, so I haven't put it in the categories yet. I'm like, okay, well, trust the process. Oh. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
So he could be chugging along still. We just don't know yet.
Could.
Okay.
Could.
Because I would like to get him on for the wrap up.
Whether
he finished or not.
Agreed. I
don't even know if I'm gonna finish.
And true. Same. We're both sitting at about halfway. I think I will too.
Because my fucking challenge.
I think
next year we might.
When did I watch my first one?
I think we can cut it a little bit next year.
Do you don't want to do 52? I'd be fine doing 45.
I would be fine doing 52, but I think like if we wanted to get more people to do it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We gotta cut it.
100%. Yeah. I'm trying to see, when did I watch my first one this year? I watched my first one on January 7th. It'd be interesting if we did a rule of like you have 365 days.
By the time by the day you start.
Yeah. We'll see where we stand later. And see what rules. We made the rules, we can change them.
This is our country.
Yeah, this is our country, And this has been the Brinx Nurse podcast,
Forever and always.
Yeah. My name is Ryan McNeil.
Michael Freary.
And we wish you a Heidi. Ooh.